Hi, welcome back to our channel where we share tips on how to manage and grow your personal finances. Now, there is this saying, money talks. Someone told a friend, said, money is always talking to me. It just says bye to me. And then the friend replies and says, at least it talks to you. For me, it just says bye from a distance. This is what we call having a long distance relationship with money. And in straightforward financial growth, we call this the CHWAI principle. This is when money, barely before it touches your account, it has just evaporated, akin to a hot pan, a saucepan on a fire that is very hot, and then when you try to pour water, it immediately evaporates. And many of us have run accounts that behave that way. That before money comes into your account or into your wallet or into your stewardship, it just disappears even before it can settle in. And in straightforward financial growth, we teach a principle of money management that I would like to share with you today. This is what we recommend, that sit down and think about your personal finances and decide ahead of time for every shilling that you receive, every dollar, however little, however much money you get, how is it going to be distributed? Think of it as a financial distribution plan. And this is what we recommend in straightforward financial growth. This is what we say. We say, first of all, give 10% to your local church. Why do we recommend this? Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 18 says, and you shall remember the Lord your God, for it is He who gives you the power to get wealth. And it goes on to be completed. But the point is, God gives you power to get wealth. And so when you give back to God with your 10%, you are saying, God, I remember you. I remember that it is you who has given me the ability to be able to earn this income. He's the one who gives us life. He's the one who gives us abilities. He's the one who gives us the mental capacity to be able to do what we do. And so 10% to your local church to just appreciate your God. And then, of course, 20% saving. Why? Because the money you save is the only one that is yours. Every other thing you spend on, that thing doesn't belong to you. That money does not belong to you. When you go to the supermarket to do some shopping for your home, or when you go buy a new car, or when you pay school fees, that money is actually not yours. The money belongs to the school or to the school owner. The money belongs to the supermarket owner. The money belongs to the fuel station owner every time you drive into a fuel station to refuel your car. And so the only money that is really yours is the one that you save to invest, not the one you save for a rainy day. That's a different story. The one you save to invest in money, income generating projects is what is really yours. And so 10% tithe to God, 20% saving, and then 10% for generosity. Why? Because it is more blessed to give than to receive. And every time we give, we get back, a good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. And so in your personal financial management plan, you need to have that portion which you set aside to be able and always able to give to weddings, to buying birthday gifts, to standing with people who have lost loved ones, or someone is in hospital and they're fundraising, for you to be able to give. When you go to someone's home, do not go empty-handed. And so that 10% puts you in a position where you are always being generous. And then 60% living expenses. So everything else, school fees, rent if you're still renting, fuel, jewelry, clothing, shoes, food, toiletries, gas, charcoal, everything else, DSTV, everything else, airtime, data, salon for the ladies, everything else is within the 60%. Does that make sense? And listen to me, if you have debt, then part of your 60%, and now this is up to you, your own discretion, because you know your debt position and what is going on, part of the 60% should be set aside as a percentage standardized for clearing debt. Does it make sense? And so what have I shared today? Today I'm sharing a very simple money management plan that we recommend here at SFFG. 10% of all your income goes to God, because it is God who gives you the power to get wealth. 20% for saving into investment, not a rainy day, not a rainy day. 10% for generosity, because you are a generous person. And 60% for all your other living expenses. I hope this has been a very helpful tip for you. Join us again for some more tips on how to manage and to grow your personal finance.